Hello everybody, I'm Chris Provost from Provost Park Best, and we have some breaking news about the Disneyland Resort. This is probably the biggest breaking news story we've had about Disneyland since Disneyland shut down on March 14th of 2020. But before we get to that, could you please consider subscribing to our channel? Hit that little subscribe button and that little bell notification. That way you will always be notified first when there's breaking news in the world of Disney. Provost Park Best will bring it to you first. Yeah, there is a lot going on. And I want to hear about your comments down below what's going on in the world of Disneyland. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. After you hear the announcement, put it down in the comments down below what you think. As you know, Buena Vista Street and Downtown Disney are open. And Disney's been trying to have things open. But the hotels, they're closed. The parks, they're closed. Dining, it's closed. So it's really been shrinking down what's available at Disneyland. And they just announced today that they're getting rid of the annual passport program at Disneyland. There will be no more annual passports at Disneyland. It is done. They're sunsetting this particular, this benefit of wonderful thing that happens at Disneyland. Now, a lot of people want to know, how many annual passports are there for Disneyland? Disney doesn't give out those numbers. I do know this. I do have some sources at Disneyland, and they've told me it's in the 7 figures, though. 7 figures in the amount of passports, annual passports. That's over 1 million. It's mind-boggling how many passports are out there, and Disney is now going to be getting rid of this particular program at Disneyland. Keep in mind, this is just at Disneyland. This is not affecting Florida. So for your Florida people and the people who go to Walt Disney World, phew, you're good to go. But Disneyland is announcing that they're sunsetting their annual passport program. And I am going to read you this letter. This is a letter. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. I might stop and break it down. It's from Ken Potrock. He's the president of the Disneyland Resort. Here we go. For nearly 4 decades, our annual passport program has been an important part of the connecting with some of our most valued guests. We are incredibly honored and grateful that the legacy and the memories and magical moments that you have helped us create throughout the years. It's because you played such an important part in the history of the Disneyland Resort that I personally wanted to share this news with you. In the next several days, we will begin the process of issuing appropriate refunds for eligible Disneyland Resort annual passports and sunsetting the current annual passport program due to the continued uncertainty of the pandemic and limitations and expected restrictions around the reopening of our theme parks. Pause. They're talking about, I think when they reopen the theme parks, they know they're going to have limited capacity at Disneyland. And so they're worried that people are like going to be complaining, like, I have an annual passport, I can't get in because it's limited attendance. So I think this is one of the ways they're kind of combating that, because they know that they can't have everybody who wants to get in to be able to get in because of the reduced capacity. All right, resume. I know that sunsetting the annual passport program will be disappointing to many of our pass holders who are just as anxious as we are to reopen our gates and welcome guests back when the time is right. But we are also very excited about what is ahead. We plan to use this time while we remain closed to develop new membership offerings that will utilize consumer insights to deliver choice, flexibility, and value for our biggest fans. Once we have more information to share about future membership offerings, our pass holders will be the first to hear from us as we embark on this next chapter. Pause. So he's talking about this letter. They're getting rid of the annual passport program, but they're going to be eventually issuing out a new membership, Disneyland membership program, where people will be able to buy a membership, allow them to go to Disneyland. We do not have any details on the Disney membership program yet. It's not been released. Once again, it's not a reason for you to hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, because the second we know, we will make a video telling you all the details about the new membership program. Okay, let's continue on with this letter. Play. Okay. Annual passport holders who held active passports as of March 14th, 2020, that was the day that Disneyland was closed down because of the pandemic, will continue to receive applicable discounts based on their passport type on merchandise and food beverages at select Downtown Disney District and Buena Vista Street locations until new membership offerings are announced. So, pause. He's saying, okay, if you have an annual passport, for those of you who don't know, if you had an annual passport Disneyland, you got discounts, 10 to 20% off food and merchandise. And they're saying we are still going to be honoring those discounts until this new membership program is rolled out. So if you're going to visit Downtown Disney, we hope you visit Downtown Disney, then buy something and you can still get a discount. That's kind of what they're saying there. All right, continuing on. As an added benefit, starting January 18th, through February 25th, 2021, these pass holders will receive a 30% discount on select merchandise at select locations in Downtown Disney and Buena Vista Street, Monday through Thursday. Pause. So they're trying to lessen the blow to make us not feel so bad because this sucks. But what they're saying is, hey, you know what? From January 19th through February 25th, if you go down Monday through Thursday to Downtown Disney and buy something, you have a passport, you're going to get a 30% discount. So there's that. All right. Continuing on. A pro rata refund will be issued of your passport if you are entitled to one. We are committed to processing refunds as diligently and quickly as possible. Please visit for more information. While I may not have had the chance to engage with many of you since assuming my role at Disneyland in May of last year, I do want to thank you for understanding during this challenging and unprecedented time. We are incredibly optimistic about our bright future and look forward to you being a part of it. Again, thank you for your loyalty over the years and your continued support. Ken Potrock, president of the Disneyland Resort. There's a lot going on there in that letter. They're getting rid of this annual passport program, but there's going to be a new membership program. We don't know when that's going to be happening. We do know that you get a discount if you go to Downtown Disney, and they talk about you're going to be getting a refund. So now let's talk about getting a refund. This is how the refund works. Is if you pay, you can pay for your annual passports in two ways. One, two. You can either pay for it all up front, just pay like the whole thing, boom, boom, or you can do monthly payments. Let's talk about the monthly payments first. If you're doing the monthly payment program, immediately they're stopping their monthly payments. You're no longer doing any more payments. It's stopping. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be handled. Disney's going to stop those payments. So if it's on a credit card or however you're doing it, automatic withdrawal from your bank, I don't know. They're going to stop those automatic withdrawals for those payments on your annual passport. Now, and what they're going to do is they're going to look at your passport and say, how many days could you have gone to the park? And then they're going to issue a refund on how many days you missed out. So if you had a certain passport that'll let you be there so many days, like if you lost 15 days, they're going to prorate you 15 days on your passport. You'll get that money back as a refund. Now, for those people who paid for everything right up front, boom, pow, you're going to be receiving a refund for your entitled amount as well, depending on how many days were eligible left on your passport. So let me make this clear. If I bought my passport on March 1st of 2020, right? I bought my passport and I had the one that let it open all 365 days a year. And then on March 14th, it shut down. I will receive a refund for all the days except for those 14 days that I could have gone to the park. Does that make sense? Because those 14 days, I could have gone to the park, so they're not going to give me a refund for those 14 days. So depending on it, they're going to do some calculations to find out what your prorated amount is, and then they're going to refund that amount to you. Now, if you use a credit card to pay for your annual pass, your refund will automatically go back to that credit card that you used. If you didn't use a credit card, you use maybe a check or whatever your payment, cash, I guess, whatever you paid with that, then you'll be issued a check. And they will mail the check to the address they have on file when you purchase your annual passport. So that's how they're going to be issuing those refunds that'll be coming in. This is I don't know. This makes me sad and nervous. I think a lot of annual passport people are going to be nervous because we know eventually, at some point, Disneyland is going to be opening up again. And all these annual passport people are like, well, how do we get in? How do we buy it? We don't know yet. This is speculation on this part. It's probably going to be like a lottery or a reservation. It'll be a reservation system. Probably maybe like Batu, when people are trying to get into Batu when it first opened up, Star Wars Land first opened up. They're going to have reservations in order to get into Disneyland when it first reopens. Annual passport holders, you don't have a priority anymore because you don't have an annual passport anymore. So that is what's going on. It's a crazy time. I want to hear down in the comments down below exactly what you're thinking and how things are going. Put down comments down below what you're thinking. Real quickly, do you have something there?
Yeah, a lot of articles already saying like it's gone for good, which might not be necessarily true.
Yeah, so there's some misinformation about people are talking about how the annual passport program is gone for good. They are bringing a new program in. So the media has misconstrued that. The annual passport program is gone for good, which is true, but they're bringing a new program called membership offerings that will replace the annual passport program, but we just don't know what that's going to be called or when it's going to be coming out. So eventually, at some point, for all the annual passport holders out there, you will be able to buy a new Disneyland passport program. It's just going to be called something different, and it might be different. You might not be able to have all the unlimited days. Now, for those of you, these are all the different, nice little handy-dandy whiteboard here. These are all the different types of Disneyland passports that are available. You have Disneyland Premier, Disneyland Signature, Plus, Signature, Deluxe, Flex, Disney SoCal, and Disney SoCal Select. This one here, this Disneyland Premier, the top one, this means you had an annual passport to Florida and to Disneyland. If you have this top tier right here, this Disneyland Premier, it's still good in Florida. You didn't lose your passport to Florida. Your passport is, your annual pass is still good in Florida. It's just no longer valid in Disneyland. The rest of these ones no longer exist. They're gone. Okay? So, anyways, again, my name is Chris Provost. I'm with Provost Park Pass. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that little notification button, because anytime there's breaking news, that way you will know what's going on first. And put it down in the comments down below. How does this make you feel? To be honest with you, when I first heard this news break, it made me sad. It made me feel a little sad, and so I want to know how you guys are feeling it. Maybe other people are like, yes, we're clearing out all the annual passport holders. It's making it available for everybody. There won't be so many crowds at Disneyland. I want to hear what your comments are down below. All right, guys, have a good night.